presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
Hello and welcome to Meet China. I'm Julian Wagen. Today we embark on a journey through three captivating stories that showcase the vibrant spirit of innovation, culture, and passion across China, from the entrepreneurial dynamism of the Greater Bay Area to the rich flavors of Ningxia wine and the cultural heritage of Quanzhou. First, we dive into the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao Greater Bay Area, a bustling hub of creativity and opportunity. Here, post-90s entrepreneurs are redefining the landscape. Join CGTN's Olivia as she introduces us to three inspiring young innovators. Jason Ho, co-founder of BEYOND Expo, shares his vision for uniting Asia's tech industry. Two South Korean women bring a taste of home to Shenzhen with their popular café. And Teel, co-founder of Digital Sparks, reveals how his media company helps influencers navigate the Chinese market.
Hey guys, today we have a very special mission. I invite you guys to join me for a one-day boss experience at the Greater Bay Area, where we'll meet three very young entrepreneurs from different industries, all born in the 1990s. So, who's our very first boss?
Hello. Hello, Jason. Welcome our first boss, Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hi,
good to see you again. I'm good. So first, we'll start with a Q&A session,
Sure.
okay?
Okay.
I'll go easy on you, don't worry. First,
Cool.
name,
Jason.
age.
Just turned 32.
Well, it takes you a while to think about your age, like how old am I?
After 30,
Okay.
you won't remember your
Okay, industry.
technology.
And what factors do you think young people should consider when starting a business?
I think to understand their strength and weakness, and also the passion. If there's no passion, I don't think they can continue doing the same work every single day. Okay, here, let's go to our office.
Let's go.
Here's my office.
Welcome to our very first office tour. What is this, Jason?
It's my working desk.
This is crazy. I mean, he has a treadmill here. So Jason, when did you kick off your journey as an entrepreneur?
I think right after college when I came back to China. So it started in 2017. I started my own incubator in 2017 in Hangzhou and started to get more involved in technology. Then we started to have this vision of Beyond in 2019.
So what made you want to organize an event like BEYOND Expo?
I think when we look at the whole Asia region, we don't really see a platform that could gather the whole region. So we wanted to showcase the best thing in Asia, and the market is so huge in Asia, but it's very fragmented in some sense. So we wanted to bring people from not only from China, but also from Southeast Asia, and also people around the world to come as well.
And honestly speaking, I think BEYOND Expo is literally one of the coolest exhibitions I've been to. I mean, besides the tech size, you also bring in like celebrities to talk about their fields, which really spices things up. And along with, after parties and other fun activities. And I'm interested in how you came up with the idea, from the start.
I think it's really a demand and supply problem, right? When people come to Macau, they envision themselves going to Las Vegas, right? So I think the entertainment part is very important. We want it to be more fun for companies, leaders, for investors. Make sure people can meet different people, meet their clients, meet the investors, meet their future partners, make new friends. during all these events, no matter it's in daytime or nighttime.
And what's your take on how the Greater Bay Area is shaping the future of tech innovation and also creating opportunities for young entrepreneurs?
Yeah. I think the GBA is very interesting. It's a market that is having Hong Kong SAR, Macau SAR, and also 9 cities in Guangdong. I think the population is around 80 million people right now. It's huge in size. Market size is huge, and also opportunities are there. We have the whole supply chain in GBA. Hong Kong SAR having the one of the biggest financial center in the whole world. Macau SAR being the entertainment hub. And also, I think the 9 cities in Guangdong, they provide a lot of companies, a lot of opportunities to produce their products there, and also to test the markets there. So if you can survive in GBA, I think you can expand it to outside of GBA, which is other part of Chinese mainland as well. So I think these are something that we believe that GBA has a lot of opportunities, and it not only for China. I think it's also for companies outside of China to look that they are interested in the Chinese market, and they can use GBA as a platform to get into other places in China.
As Jason mentioned, the Greater Bay Area is a popular destination for foreign enterprises looking to invest in China, and many individuals are flocking here for better chances too.
Now let's go meet our second boss.
This cozy cafe in Shenzhen is owned by 2 South Korean women. Before we explore why they chose to open a cafe all the way in Shenzhen, let's take a moment to experience what it's like to be a cafe owner together.
It's Olivia's very first experience of working in a coffee shop. I'm very excited. Let's just wait for our first customer.
We first came to Shenzhen as exchange students to learn Chinese. Once we were able to communicate smoothly, our love for the city made us want to stay.
The 2 girls moved to Shenzhen 8 years ago. At that time, not many people were starting their own coffee brands in the city. Most preferred visiting coffee chains. As South Koreans, they shared a deep love for coffee culture and high hopes for Shenzhen's coffee scene. Thus, they were inspired to stay and open a coffee shop together.
In South Korea, coffee culture is very strong, so we decided to introduce some popular Korean coffee beverages here. Like our signature Vienna coffee, which has become a crowd favorite. Our daily revenue can sometimes reach up to 40,000 yuan.
After graduating, they used their savings to open up a coffee shop. In just 3 months, they navigated the processes of selecting a location, renovating, creating a menu, hiring staff, and finally opening their doors.
We find the entrepreneurial atmosphere in Shenzhen to be fantastic. Opportunities are countless because there are so many young people here, and everyone is creative and full of ideas. The government also provides a lot of support for entrepreneurs. For instance, when we applied for our business license and food permits, the entire process was incredibly fast.
The coffee scene in Shenzhen has grown rapidly in recent years, and the owners are very proud of their venture. They have now opened a second location in the city. To them, their cafe may just be a thing, as they welcome more exciting adventures in life on top of the success already achieved. Some people open cafes as a business venture, while others make use of cafes as a workspace. Digital Sparks is one of the latter.
What we are building is a media company that operates in 3 key areas: incubating new media influencers, leveraging e-commerce on emerging platforms, and providing comprehensive training in new media.
We used to be colleagues in the same internet company. Each of us brings a unique expertise to the table, and we were eager to explore the extent of our influence in the market.
For instance, I was previously responsible for signing influencers at the company. while Tian managed daily content and operations, and Teel oversaw broader coordination. Now that we've launched our own venture, our roles have become much clearer and more defined.
For a lot of young entrepreneurs these days, not having set working hours and being able to work from different cities is just how things are now.
Our primary focus is on the Hong Kong market, where we identify promising key opinion leaders and assist them in penetrating the mainland market. Our days are dynamic. We might conclude business in Guangzhou by morning, drive to Hong Kong by afternoon, and find ourselves in Shenzhen by night. Even though we're not locals, the Greater Bay Area has really started to feel like a second home for us. It's a lively place where we can chase our dreams and take our careers to the next level.
The Greater Bay Area is like a playground bursting with endless opportunities, inviting entrepreneurs to step up and turn their ideas into reality. It's where the everyday magic of making dreams come true actually happens.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Next, we journey to Ningxia, where the story of Ma Liang unfolds. His serendipitous discovery of the marshland grape ignites a passion for promoting local wines. Follow Ma as he traverses the picturesque vineyards of the Helan Mountains, seeking the perfect pairings of Ningxia wines with exquisite Chinese cuisine.
Early morning in Yichuan's largest farmers market, among the crowds of elderly buyers, there's one figure that really stands out.
Is this the cattle from Jinyuan?
Yes.
Is this the Sichuan pepper from Hanyuan? My name is Ma Liang, a Ningxia native. After studying and working outside for many years, I returned to my hometown. A chance experience enabled me to travel to all the vineyards in the eastern foothills of the Helan Mountains. It was there that I discovered there was no food and wine pairing culture in Ningxia. So, I gave myself a title, Ningxia Wild Marketing Ambassador for Wine from eastern foothills of Helan Mountains. Wine is more than just a nice drink. One of its charms is that it brings out the favor of food, something that we see when we're cooking. So our first dish of the day is pan-seared golden trout with Riesling shallot sauce.
Pan-searing locks in the moisture of the fish and brings out its flavor.
The acidity of Riesling, combined with the pungency of shallots, really brings the main course together. Our second dish is a classic combination, red wine and red meat. We're going to use this Cabernet Sauvignon to make a beef dish. Take a whiff of this wine first.
I don't think these two will go well together.
Alcohol content, sugar content, acidity, and tannin. These are the key considerations in wine pairing. Getting them to match the sour, sweet, bitter, spicy, and salty flavors of the food in a balanced and layered way is what it's all about. But finding the perfect match in the infinitely varied world of food and wine is anything but easy. Certainly not for a perfectionist like Ma Liang. To him, every tiny difference matters.
We've tried various Cabernet Sauvignons, but we haven't found the one that truly represents Ningxia. Today, we're going to a winery to see if we can find the wine we're looking for. Hello, Mr. Chong.
Welcome.
It's been a while. These past few days are probably the busiest season for you, and here we are bothering you again. We're working on a wine-food combination development involving Jinyuan yellow cattle and Ningxia's most distinctive red wine. We're here to seek your advice.
Okay, so let's start with this blended wine.
The wine is structured yet smooth, but it isn't hitting the spot for me. There's nothing particularly special about it.
Try this one then.
The search for perfection is largely a process of trial and error. It's always been Ma Liang's conviction that a new wine means a total new experience.
Why don't you try our Marzilan?
I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I've been eyeing that bottle.
Sure.
This is completely different from the Cabernet Sauvignon.
With its purple tones, it enhances the color of the beef.
So, we can also use this wine for making the sauce. I've finally found what I've been looking for. The Herlan Mountains is a north-south mountain range. Winery owners choose different mountain passes for their own wineries. It's the differences in microclimate in each winery that account for the differences in the flavors of the grapes they grow. The time has finally come. Try our main course for today's wine food, Marzilan braised veal chop. Marzilan is very tannic, which helps dissolve the fibers in the veal. When you're enjoying this course, it will melt in your mouth.
I don't think I want to use the word tender, but it's delicious and easy to chew.
It's savory.
It leaves a fresh aftertaste. Red wine is something that will probably occur to people in the future whenever they think of Ningxia.
Cheers to the wine. Thank you, everyone. What I'm doing is showcasing the most valuable side of the place I come from to the rest part of China and the world in our own Chinese language. I believe that dedicating myself to the wine industry of the eastern foothills of Herlan Mountains and doing what I can for it is something that's worth doing.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Our final stop takes us to Quanzhou, a city steeped in history and tradition. Here, brothers Huang Yuekun and Huang Cankun honor their hometown's rich cultural legacy. Yuekun's creative endeavor, Quanzhou Food, breathes new life into the city's heritage through innovative designs, while Cankun captures the essence of Quanzhou's historical sites through his photography. Together, they illustrate the harmonious blend of past and present, showcasing the importance of cultural preservation in today's world.
The East Tower and West Tower are the two tallest surviving twin stone towers in China. Were you here last time we climbed the tower?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, really?
I've never been up.
See the strongman figure holding up the tower? They're everywhere in traditional Buddhist architecture. Wherever there's a tower, there are strongman figures.
The Huang brothers, Yuekun and Cankun, hail from Hui'an. With their youthful energy and artistic passion, they represent the next generation of Quanzhou cultural enthusiasts.
The three characters Quanzhou Fu are the city's name card. Over the past 8 years, our stories about the city have moved from me to us, and then back to me. This shows that people recognize us. An article may be posted by one person initially, but by countless more later. It struck us loud and clear that we could share our city with others. Come and see for yourselves. Our city's well worth a visit.
This place is already on social media, welcoming crowds of people. They all take photos with their mobile phones. Flowers pinned in the hair have been very popular lately in Quanzhou. It's thanks to the Zunpu fisher girls, who wear beautiful flowers on their head. Some celebrities came and copied them. Now wearing flowers in the hair is extremely popular. Actually, their costumes aren't traditional, nor is this suit. But the flowers in her hair are really pretty. You could call them a garden on the head. A lot of foreign students learn about my hometown from my blog. Their comments encourage me to keep recording Quanzhou. Later, my brother used my photographs. I taught him about photography so you can see my influence.
Here's written City Wall of Southern Song. This was the Southern Song Dynasty city wall. A little further on is a ditch, and then an extended Barbican entrance from the Yuan Dynasty. I prefer cities with a gate. In Quanzhou, we have the Chaotian and Linjiang gates. When I enter through a gate, I feel that I'm walking on the same steps and going through the same gate as our ancestors. So we launched a city walk activity with over 30 people participating. Making 30 uniforms, each costing us 50 yuan, was a big deal for us. What if nobody came? That was our concern, but we completed the first one. It was interesting because you never knew. He who knows nothing fears nothing. You know nothing about it. Neither do I. So let's just have a go. But you need an opportunity. You make your move by just taking a group of people to an alley they're familiar with. That move succeeds in gathering people together and refreshing their views on the city. Therefore, they get a higher sense of attainment. Then they pay more attention and enjoy themselves more.
The elder Huang brother, Yuekun, initiated their city walk program, while the younger brother, Cangkun, has been photographing the area for over a decade. His pictorial vision and eye for detail offer visitors a unique insight into Quanzhou.
We're now walking along Sanqiao Avenue. Why is it called this? The reason is that once, senior statesmen from 3 different regimes lived on this avenue. Hence the name, 3 regimes. I took a series of photos here after its renovation. Behind me were the East and West Towers. The East Tower was on the left and the West Tower here. At the end of the road down there was the West Tower shot from a certain angle. Below the West Tower was Xiafeng Lane. At the junction of the 2 alleys, I took a picture of the East Tower. It was fun. Magazines have commissioned photos from me. This was my first aerial photo. There were no aircraft back then, so I asked a friend to help while I composed the picture. I prefer this method of photography. Since we're living in the ancient town, we take many things for granted. But taking photographs for magazines is more than just work. Rather, it's an opportunity to take a fresh look at Quanzhou in line with what others want.
I didn't mean to see the dragon's eye. I wanted to see this.
Try the dragon's eye first.
Number, do you mind if I have a look? Did you collect this recently?
Yes, it just arrived.
Wow, this must be a Kailan. At first glance, I can tell it's brown glaze from a Qizhou kiln. There's an inscription on it. It says Qizhou Jinjiang. People brought back building materials from Southeast Asia to be fired in the Qizhou kilns.
This is quite rare.
Very rare. They're called Di Shui Shou, but we later reverted to the ancient name Di Shui Zui Shou. In the late Ming and early Qing dynasties, many people living by the sea traveled to Southeast Asia. What for? To make their fortune. Southern Fujian people have these duties they must perform in their lifetime. It may be tough working away from home, but once they've made some money, they're obliged to restore their old home and thus enhance their family's honor. So they'd bring back some of the construction components. Among them, we selected the drainage component, the dishui show, as we believed people would readily appreciate its function. Firstly, it's attractive. People find old stuff interesting. It resembles Tang tri-colored pottery, doesn't it? Look at the colors. It's pottery painted with mineral pigments. Guess what we did with the image? What can something so small be used for? Fridge magnets and chopstick holders? It's part of our daily lives. This is one of the areas we cover. With the number of visitors to Quanzhou rising so quickly, we designed a lot of stamps indicating the must-see sites. Look inside. It's so crowded. Young people prefer instant photography. Click, and you get your photo. They love it.
The Huang brothers both have a deep love for Quanzhou. Each uses their unique sense of creativity to help promote the local culture.
When did you visit Kaiyuan Temple before?
I must have been here as a child, but I don't remember.
I've been here once. I brought the stones here with our neighbors. We brought stones from our hometown and placed them in the hall. That was my first visit to Kaiyuan Temple. But I was more impressed by another visit with you. We were filming how people honor the Buddha. Right there. You guys were using SLR cameras, while I only had a mobile phone. Do you remember?
10 years ago.
Around 2011.
12 years ago, roughly.
You're still the same height.
The Huang brothers complement each other perfectly. The elder one has exceptional people skills and business acumen, while his younger sibling is a photographic genius, but shies away from the spotlight. Instead, he uses his lens to help others gaze at and admire the beauty surrounding them. This yin-yang dynamic strikes a balance and is a major factor in their success. It's young people like these, doing their best to promote China's ancient cities, who promise a bright future for the country's culture. Thanks to their efforts to combine preservation with the evolution of artistic interpretation, the ancient culture is living on, and its significance can continue growing, now and for generations to come.
Stay tuned for all these inspiring stories and much more right here on Meet China. I'm Julian Wyken. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next week.
Discover the potential. Witness the opportunities. Experience dazzling exhibitions and captivating events. Explore groundbreaking innovations and future-shaping industries. Stand at the crossroads where the cities of tomorrow meet timeless traditions. Meet China, where every story is a new discovery.